What's up, YouTube? We playing this little audio already. I started without y'all, but I'm here for you people. I gotta go dark in the car on y'all, but we still gonna get it in. Once again, yes, Wax, we are here. Triple C is here. We gotta recognize our people for doing the great work while they here. Y'all heard Sarnetta. Derek Jones Talks live outside today since it's such a wonderful day. It's actually kind of hot. I was tempted to go put some shorts on, but I owe you guys a couple live streams, and I'm going to perform another one tonight. I got a video done that I'm gonna upload on the Young Pharaoh and Brother Sanchez situation, man. I looked into it a little more last night, and man, it's a lot going on with that because you hear people who are talking, some of the things they say sound valid. The brother RFG, the chosen one, like some of the things he says sounds valid because if he's speaking in terms of a witness who's dealt with a person and knows how they really are, other than how they portray themselves on YouTube TV. And, you know, some of us know firsthand how people portray themselves on YouTube TV and don't be shit like, you know what I'm saying, nothing like who they really are, you know, so we already know that. So someone can come off all meek, humble, cool, respectful, all of that shit, but at the end of the day, that nigga could turn around and be a McIdiot. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So I've been through that. I've seen it, aware of it now, and know that it's a thing that's a constant. There's a lot of people out here in the world who are disingenuous. So for us to expect that we would come on some sort of social media page or platform and escape that, you know, that was our own mistake. So nevertheless, though, what's going on, guys? It's a Saturday open chat. What up, Snapella? It's an open chat. You know, I'm just sitting in the car enjoying myself, relaxing. You know, me and my family are in a great space. The little business ventures that I'm trying to push are actually getting popping now and doing something for me, and I like it, you know? I really like it. Hopefully, a couple more things that I'm pushing come off, and after that, everything's going to be everything. We're going to be on our way to that news van. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is a little bit about Sarnetta, and then I'm going to go to the chat and just basically be open chat with y'all and let y'all say whatever the fuck y'all want to say and talk about what y'all want to talk about. You know what I mean? Make idiot. I gotta keep the phone down, y'all. Because of, you know, certain things going on. You don't want the world in your business. You know, you don't always need the world in your business. But anyway, heard some Sarnetta audio this morning, courtesy of a good friend in the background. So glad he shared it. Now part of this is Sarnetta's lies of continuing to tell people that he's going to be at the Apollo and knowing that shit ain't going to be at the Apollo, and how he's going to be opening doors and meeting and greeting people right at the doors of the Apollo Theater, the world famed Apollo Theater, and where dreams are born and legends are made. This is what Sarnetta said. This is what he planned on doing. This is what he told everybody was going to happen. It ain't even no fucking plan. If you tell everyone it's going to happen, hey, we're going to believe you. Now, here we go. Now, Sarnetta says, nobody knows who's been doing the work like Brother Sarnetta. Okay? He says, nobody knows who's been doing the work like him. He knows who's been doing the work. So that means you're telling us you know who's been actually doing actual things in the community, trying to improve the community, etc. What up, L Boogie? Phew, excuse me. You know this. This is what you say. If we are to believe what Sarnetta says, Sarnetta knows who's doing the work in the community, which means he also knows who's not doing the work in the community, right? Is it safe to assume that people... Is it safe to assume that somebody says, if somebody says, I know who's been doing the work in my complex that I live in, I know who puts in the most work. I know who does this and who does that. So if there's nefarious fuck shit going on, wouldn't it behoove me to ask this same person who claims to know everything that's going on, why the fuck are you promoting people who are doing these things? Because once these guys hear this video, all he's going to do is once again is go to ad hominem attacks. Shit that don't have nothing to do with what the fuck we talking about. What up, Chemo? That's all he's going to do. He's going to go to shit that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about and the questions that we ask. He's going to call you a hater. He's going to call me a hater. And all for taking things that he says and putting them against other things that he says, or putting them against common sense and logic and reason and things like that, of that nature. Dog, if you know everything that's going on in Harlem and in your community and in other places on the East Coast and whatever, because you're Sarnetta, so you know everything and you know what's going on and what's not going on. So how come all this time everybody that has something fucked up attached to them, every single one has come from your platform? Exactly, you don't know shit. But every single one has come from your platform. But you have the nerve to get on audio, public audio, and say shit like the shit you just said. Like, that shit is fucking ridiculous.
Somebody said only New York niggas getting awards. Get the fuck out of here. Check this out.
You heard him. Check this out. You right, nigga. Only New York niggas is getting awards. Yo, this nigga Sonetta is fucking hilarious, G. You see the shit that we go through with this dude? You ain't even heard shit yet. You ain't even heard me play how he's still running around talking about how he was gonna have a show at the Apollo. How he gonna be shaking hands at the Apollo. What are they getting an award for? He said that some people, that means mainly you guys, are talking shit about him, y'all haters, saying how what should he be getting an award for? The question I have is, Sonetta, what exactly are you getting an award for? What exactly are you getting an award for? You still don't have a name for the fucking awards. I can't wait to hear the Lifetime Achievement Award. Who's that's gonna go to? You know he's gonna be in the running for that one. Yeah, the Marcus Garvey Award. That's all he's gonna do. It's some cliche bullshit. Start picking names that people know, like Garvey and Frederick Douglass, and then he'll go African and some shit like that. Queen Hazinga and all that shit, like award. Like, that's all they're gonna do. It's just gonna be Dazzle. And the Dazzle's gonna come with the names. But we all got plans for that. I know I got plans for that. I got plans for that whole award show. I'm going to use that award show, Sonetta, to show the people how fucked up this shit really is and how pointless it really is and how you guys you have to be on some sort of agent shit, or you just a dumbass nigga to take these opportunities and fucking squander them. You have to be. There's no way in hell that you should have this sort of platform, this sort of reach. It's like, come on, man, this is all you got? You got the money to put together 15 grand or half of that, like that, from people donating to you, but you couldn't buy the news van for niggas? And then when people bring up the news van, then you try to talk about them like something's wrong with them for bringing up the fact that you've collected money on false premises and admitted it and went on some bullshit, and I'm saying it right here publicly right now, went on some bullshit cockamamie ass fucking campaign talking about you refunded all those people back, knowing that we can't reach out to each person to find out if they got their actual money back. So that's what you riding off of. Nigga, who the fuck do you think believes that, yo? After all the shit you've already said. After all the people you've already covered up. That shit, yo, that shit was a scam from the beginning, yo. That shit was a scam from the beginning. Like, he didn't plan on doing none of that. That's why I'm gonna do the shit. That's why I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe for the news van, and I'm gonna try to get the shit as much as myself. And I hope that I'm the first person to donate to that shit. I'm going to try to do that shit myself. So that's something that we could start doing to start giving something to people. That's something that 2 or 3 or 4 lucky college students right now who are in the school for journalism, once they graduate, instead of begging for a job, they're going to have to go out here and hustle on their own to try to produce their own news show for their people. But it gets to fucking start. It could fucking start with the van already purchased. That's a start. And I don't mind. I was hyped about that shit. That whole news van situation and all of that shit, dog, I was amped about that shit. Because that's something that should have fucking popped off. That's something that should have popped off for his platform that would have took that shit way to the next fucking level. It would have taken everything that we even be talking about to a whole nother level. All the shit that people were invested in for. And that's another thing. I'm tired of people fucking doing shit on false premises and pretenses, and then when you bring that shit up, you a fucking weirdo for bringing the shit up. Like, come on now. Derek Jones Talks Live, our standard 30-second break. All right, peace, people. I'm back. Again, welcome, everybody. Derek Jones Talks Live. We're doing this outside today since it's such a lovely day. But I still got to monitor my window because it's a nice day, so other people are outside, and I don't want people's conversations interfering on my live stream, and etc., etc. You know how the game goes. But today we're having a little open chat, just an open discussion, man, talking. And the topic is Sarnetta and this award show and the audio that I heard this morning, just going over it with the people. That's all, man. This is not a hate Sarnetta day. This ain't none of that shit. This is just going over a little bit of audio. Hold up. Okay. Going over a little bit of audio, just fucking around, man, with my people. My brothers and sisters who I owe a live stream to, which we will have a powerful one tonight. We'll have fun. I'll probably pump out 2 videos today just for you guys. I only say that because I already got one done. So all I would have to do is just upload it for real. So I'm working on that right now. Trying to do this other one. But we are going to listen to that audio about young Pharaoh and the brother Sanchez dude, because that's going to be a situation to watch. It's really going to be a situation to watch and see how it unfolds because of the accusations that are being made. Like, and mainly, again, not necessarily young Pharaoh himself saying it so much as RFG Chosen One. Like, because he's saying it from a position as he knows Sanchez. Like, nah, I'm not saying, like, in the sense of, nah, I'm not just saying this because this is my opinion of Brother Sanchez. But he's saying it from a position that, nah, I know this nigga. I've worked with him. I've done things with him to know and maneuvered with him to see what type of person this person really is when we're not on YouTube TV, basically. So that's just, something to look out for, something to be like, okay, man, what's really going on with this situation? And is this because like I said, that claim alone of knowing someone's character when you've actually worked with them, when 90% of the other people who know of them or know of them haven't. So it's like basically all we know of him is what we see and what we've seen on TV. Like with Sarnetta himself, nobody would have known how Filthy Frank from the West Side, nigga. We wouldn't have known anything about Filthy Frank from the West Side if it wasn't for Pharaoh recording this nigga off of YouTube TV, meaning not on YouTube TV, not when he's in action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. Peace, my power family. This is your brother. They're from another mother. Nah, we not no other. Shit. You heard how he really was. Yeah, nigga. We gonna pull up on you, man. My nephews. The fuck? Tell your mother to suck me off and all that weird shit. Like that's what's good. That's you don't know that shit about people until you actually know that shit about people. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that from my personal little YouTube experience, I didn't know that Kev Gills was a bitch ass nigga until I found out, like, damn, G, you a bitch ass nigga. Like, that shit you do is like pointless, nothing girl shit to me. Excuse me for all the women. I'm not trying to insult sisters. I'm just saying that in the sense of a manly thing. Like, no, it's not a manly thing to be feminine. And that nigga, then you talking about niggas' butts and felines and the combination. So now I realize, but I didn't know at first. So that's how people put on fronts. The same way Polite put on a front. The same way everybody that we've now figured out put on fronts. The way Shaka puts on the front and acts like he's not at least at bare minimum bisexual. And that's just my opinion. It's not said to be disparaging on Shaka Amos. It's just said to be, yo, nigga, come on, G. So all these people are presenting themselves to us, man, and they're fake, man. They're phony. Israel Doctrine, you present yourself, man. You Israel Doctrine, just horrible fucking person. For real, if you ask me. Because if you're that age and you stoop to those tactics and then try to say shit like, oh, motherfucker, they ain't like everybody else on YouTube. For you to even make that fucking assumption like everybody would be alike, you're fucking stupid right off the dick. Like, some niggas are not like you. Some niggas aren't up here. That's why you don't have audio of me saying, just $5, people, just $5. Like, come on, man. I'd be goddamned, nigga, if you ever catch me up here saying, come on, people, please, just donate. I mean, your brother, I do live streams and, come on now, donate to your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never hear me say that shit. Never hear me say that shit. I'd be fucking damned if you ever hear me say that shit. So when you dealing with shit like that, I look at how people present themselves to me. I look at how people present themselves on this whole YouTube shit, all these little platform shits, because it's starting to seem like they're all the same. And the number one reason I think that they're the same is because they all start to accuse one another of the same shit. All they do is accuse each other of the same shit. But when you look at their background, that's exactly what they doing. And the main culprit always, every time you say this nigga's name, pussy can't keep his name on my mouth, his mouth, but yeah, nigga, because you're a fuck nigga, and you keep on doing fuck shit, and you got a platform where people hear about your fuck shit, so ergo, there you go. There's no need in fucking talking about Tommy Sotomayor. Why are we gonna talk? Tommy Sotomayor is a fucking coon and a shock jock. If Tommy Sotomayor had to come out and say whatever the fuck he was told to fucking say, Tommy Sotomayor would come out and say whatever the fuck he was told to fucking say in the story. That's it. If he could get a check for $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and especially anything above that, to come out and say "fuck all niggas," I hope they all die, and just say nothing but that. I hope they kill my mother too. Drag that bitch, whatever. If he come out and say any of that shit, and he was paid to say that shit, he'll say that shit. He's a shock jock type. I want to be famous person. Why would I waste my time even engaging a nigga like that? That's why that big booty loving on dudes loving ass nigga out in Cali, I just hit him from afar, nigga, because you're weird. It's just funny, nigga, because you're so phony and it's obvious, and it's just obvious. I'm Shame TV, man. We got to do this shit. This is what we do, G. Let these niggas have it, This is what we do. But enough is enough, man. Niggas is tired of getting presented with all this bullshit, and every time we turn around, somebody's different.
Somebody said only New York niggas getting awards. Get the fuck out of here. Check this out. You're right, nigga. You're right, nigga. That's so true. My business is them. I see what's going on. Website soon. And that's up to y'all to vote who gets what. So I have no idea. Oh, wow. You're doing it like that. Yeah.
At this point, he's claiming to have no idea who's going to get an award. Again, things that don't have to be said, lies that don't have to be told. You see what I mean? Like, when you deal in this society, I was talking to my niece, called me this, I called her this morning when I called my sisters and her for my, weekly checkup on them. So it's like, why do you have the unnecessary, this society, this whole American society is built on reverse, meaning it's easy to decipher once one knows what it is. I mean, it's so easy, like a fucking baby could do it. But when you don't know and you're caught in it, it's the hero is always the villain. Okay? Every time you watch their movies, every time something goes down, generally the hero is 9 times out of 10 really a villain, if you actually look at the story. It's the same thing when I'm going to do my little Killmonger video about what the fuck did he say wrong. So, except for just arming anybody. You don't just arm anybody. Because that's when, again, you got to have a shame bell. You got to vet people. You got to expose certain people for, you can't be around because you can't be trusted, not because you might have flaws. Sonetta, we're not banging on you because of what you said. We banging on you because of how you present yourself and then the shit you turn around and always say when you're not on YouTube TV. And then try to dismiss it, because real niggas know that how we are is how we are, and we know that some of the things we do is fucked up, and some of the ways we shouldn't have, and probably should try to make amends and change that shit. But hey, it is what it is. We do the best we can do in this rat race, man, that they call life, etc. We'll admit that shit, not call a nigga a hater for pointing that shit out. Shit is fucking sad. Oh shit. Pull out the violins. Nigga, you know gonna fucking make sure that happens. If don't nobody get a Lifetime Achievement Award, Sarnetta is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award from himself. You could bet your bottom dollar on that one. Yeah. This nigga is hilarious, man. You're making your own awards because you didn't get an award from the other award show. You see what's going on. So now his vision is clearer. Now listen to this, guys. His vision is clearer. You gotta recognize these people while they're alive. Okay? Listen to this. Noble shit. You gotta recognize people while they're alive. Okay? So that they could smell the roses and shit. So now he's doing the award show so that he can recognize all the greats and all the powerful people while they're alive. Not because it was a Black Power Award show and they recognized Sarnetta for the dog and pony show that he is, clown and horse show that he is, for the overall circus promotion, activist, promoter, activist / that he is, and didn't give him shit. CD information, CD, DVD, burn Netta. Burnetta gave out all the fucking people's information without even fucking setting up a network with them, saying, look, I could fucking burn the CDs. You allow me to burn the CDs, XYZ, and we'll do this, blah, 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 and I'll pay you this. And we'll do it on a monthly basis so that the money could accumulate, and then it'll be easier for me to pay you and easier for me to pay you and me make money and survive and etc. And we all blah, blah, blah. Easy as pie. No, this nigga just gonna take your shit, burn them in that girl crib like he was doing, and then take them shits out on the street and hustle that shit and turn his whole mantra over. Like, hung with a couple people, you know what I'm saying? And then after he hung with them people, started pretending like he was an activist. But when you hear activists talk, you hear activists say things like, hey, in 1927, we went to such and such and such. In 1963, I remember when we were at the such and such building trying to get such lights for the community and da-da-da-da-da, or proper books for the community in the schools. And I remember, like, you hear them giving detailed accounts and events of things that they were doing throughout their years of activism. Then when you listen to this fucking nigga, all you're gonna hear is how great he is. But you're not going to hear any actual accounts of him actually doing something that he fought for and accomplished for people. Understand? Peace, peace. Welcome, welcome. Hey, enjoy yourself out there, man. At the on Broadway Street, on Broadway Drive. That nigga said we taking it to Broadway. That's like a nigga talking about he going to Hollywood, but he talking about the one in Florida. That ain't Hollywood, nigga. That's Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood is Hollywood. This nigga said I'm going to Broadway. But even still, man, that would have been his business, man. Like, nobody give a fuck. Like, if Sarnetta, you was doing what you claim you do, like, yo, that would be some piece shit. And I know goddamn well I would fucking go. I know damn well I would get my sons, get some fucking ties, nigga, and slacks, and head right up there and salute the fact that this brother put together a fucking platform, and then he took his platform and had people donate money to him for a news van and bought the news van, and then it worked out so well that people kept donating to him that he was able to get another news van, and then somebody else with real money actually seen what was going on and decided to help out and donate on their own and say, hey, look, man, I'll give 50 grand towards some vans. So now you got not only a couple kids and coming out of colleges and on these black colleges in America for journalism who can actually put together teams and already got a van furnished with everything they need to start producing news, nigga. Now you could do this all across the country. Like, that's where I thought this shit was gonna go, because I'm the type of nigga that if that was my platform, which at the time it wasn't, because I wasn't on YouTube. I was just watching YouTube like everybody else when I was at work or home from work or some shit like everybody else. The fuck? So, nigga, you the one who did this shit. If that was the case and you did all that shit, you damn right I'd be at the award show, nigga. Why wouldn't I be? Yeah, YouTube sucks like that. They always get down in a whack way. This shit crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man. That's why I said, man, them old niggas, man, certain old people, man, old brothers, I gotta watch them, yo. Like, you can't just come around them. You gotta feel them out, because it's a lot of soldiers, you know what I'm saying, that survived and now they old school brothers. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of these niggas that was fucking coon clown ass niggas, man. And that's why they do the shit they do. That's why you find them on YouTube engaging with niggas in their 30s and 20s and shit like that, talking shit like they age. Like, yo, you gotta watch all of that shit, man. Sarnetta is the poster child for that shit. He's not the only one, but he's the poster child for that shit. He's the fucking ringleader, because they all flock to him. And that's one thing I don't understand about these other YouTube platforms. Like, yo, if you got a platform, your platform is your platform, man. Like, I look at this shit now, if I look at it in a Game of Thrones type way, it's like, man, you niggas want to kiss ass to who you perceive to be the king, that bastard and who's really not even a Baratheon, nigga. He's a bastard and he's pretending to be king. And that's who you niggas want to fucking kiss ass to. Do you know I had a grown-ass man come to one of my videos the other day and leave comments and shit talking about you can't fuck with Saw King, because Saw King is like, you calling this nigga a king? What the fuck has this nigga ever done except burn CDs and sell them and have flunky ass nobody who you know, and then sometimes people who are legitimate who you may know on a couch talking for a few minutes? That makes him your king? Because he pretends that he has white people bow down to him, but when he goes to do business with these white people at this fucking on Broadway Drive, on Broadway Street, Broadway Court, this nigga, he has an award show and he doesn't mention the word black. He doesn't mention the word power or the combination thereof. But every time you was talking about the shit up until you was trying to secure a building for the shit, everybody, all we heard was Black Power Awards. Saw another TV Black Power Awards for the blah, 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 blah. Full of shit, yo. And I'm sorry that we call you on it, son. That I know you don't like that shit. I know your trolls don't like that shit. But it is what it is. Switching gears just for a second, though, from that filth one. it's time to address real quick because my phone needs to be charged. I'm outside. Yeah, it does. Address real quick. This nigga, fucking Brother Sanchez, man, and Young Pharaoh, and RFG Chosen One. Now, I said before that RFG Chosen One was mainly the one who was talking about, but as from what I hear, Pharaoh is too. So I guess I can't even say that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking about the shit the same just as much as he is. So I guess that is what it is. But anywho, they had some sort of beef, whereas some sort of porn got thrown onto the screen, which halted a heated debate. All right. Now, both sides are, of course, claiming some sort of lead or some sort of lead during the event that is some obvious lead that, oh, he was leading the debate by a landslide or he was leading the, you know what I'm saying? But nobody knows this for sure. So nobody's even going to go that far. And, you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to go that far and say who was doing what. But I know that that's what was said because I heard it. And I'm going to probably let y'all hear it too. Okay. Yeah, man, it's fucking hot out here. What up, Mama Rika, Leonard, Salima? Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is going on. If I was home, I could do this better, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna just go and do it from here and just play the fucking video. So anyway, um, Brother Sanchez did a live stream the other day where he had people calling in and shit. And then, they were his fans and they were talking about what was going on or whatever. So I'll play a little bit of it if it comes through. Because I already made a video of it, so I probably shouldn't play it and just talk about it. But I did want to let you guys hear a little bit of what we were talking about. What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, because he was accusing Pharaoh. They even had some shit about him saying, allegedly making a diss record or rapping. I guess Sanchez be rapping. So they say that he made a song about him, and he actually cleared it up and said that, yo, I didn't make no song about him.
I see what's going on. I see what they doing too. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I had hopes for young Pharaoh. I was like, man, guess what? I'm gonna get through to him. I was like, he ain't gonna agree with me with the debate, but I thought like at some point he'll be like,
see,
humbling down and be like, well, shit, I'm gonna look into it, bro. But he just he wouldn't listen to shit you were saying. He did not, man. I mean, it's like, yo, bro, Pharaoh, you really started to make me think that them folks that really turned you into one of them, man. And that's...
Wow. It's hard to disagree with that because it's hard when you deal with people who act like what they say is it. You know what I'm saying? Because they studied it. Like, man, come on, man. There's no way you know what you think you know. Every time you say Maine, I think about Memphis, bro. That accent is real deep. And that's real music. was going in on Pharaoh. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna upload the video when I got it because I got the video up one. So I just upload that shit and we'll do it like that. But yeah, man. RFG though, that's the one, man. RFG, the chosen one, man. That audio and the accusations that he made are something that is gonna have to be addressed. Let's just put it like that. There's no way in hell that Pharaoh can continue on um, without actually addressing that shit and making sure that they have some sort of facts, or he detach himself from that, because you're accusing somebody of paying somebody to hack into someone's IP address. All that means is that person had to be on deck already, ready to do it if shit went to the left, which means he planned it from the beginning. And that means it's a whole lot of it's something that you open up, a big ass can of worms. But then RFG, the chosen one, throws in a monkey wrench with all this by saying, yo, hey, this nigga, I know this nigga. I've worked with him. I know him. So this is not me just speaking from me just saying this shit. Like, yo, I know this dude. He'll do some shit like that type shit. So that's kind of where he's coming from. So we're going to find out what's going on. Derek Jones Talks Live. Yeah, man, it's hot in here. I'm dying in this motherfucking car. But I'm doing this for the people because I love y'all. It's a glare. Is it a hot spot? Because it's bright as hell. But we're going to get on it, man. I'm going to go ahead and go upload the video in a second that I did, because all the audio is up there, and we'll just go from there, man. So I want to find out how well does this dude, how well does RFG, the chosen one, actually know Brother Sanchez. If anybody is in here who fucks with Brother Sanchez, who knows him, who deals with him in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I want to find out how well does he know RFG, the chosen one, because he says he knows him, he worked with him, he's close with him, he knew the nigga. So that means if he's alleging that he's doing fucked up shit, he's saying this shit from a position of knowing the nigga. So we'll see. Derek Jones Talks Live. I've had fun. We'll be getting into it soon. And that's that. Peace, y'all.